My mic's not on. 2 seconds. Voila! I think. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Max and this is another vlog. It's been a week since I've done my little cleaning reading vlog and I was on night shift, and being a full-time nurse, again, the house is a mess. It's such a tiny house. It's so easily to, you know, get it messy, and it's so easy to clean as well. Well, I might clean in this vlog. Well, I'll definitely clean in this vlog. But also I'll share with you guys some of the books that I'm reading. Currently reading the Book of Gothel. So I'm currently 135 pages in, chapter 23. So this is another retelling. Somehow this year I'm leaning a lot towards fairy tale retellings. I've read Charming a couple of weeks ago. I enjoyed that very much. I think it was a 5-star for me actually. So right now we're delving into this book. Well, I've already started this book like on Monday and it's already like what? Today's Friday. Took me a while to read this. Well, I'm still reading it. It's taking me a while because I am kind of just reading it in the short breaks that I have at work or when I get home. I try to read a couple of pages before bed. But yeah, about the Book of Gothel by McMyne, or Maine? Not really sure how to pronounce that. With her strange black eyes and even stranger fainting spells, young Helwise has never quite fit in. Shunned by her village, her only solace lies in the stories that her mother tells of child-stealing witches, of princes in wolfskin, and of an ancient tower cloaked in mist, where women will find shelter if they are brave enough to seek it. But then her mother dies and Helwise is left unmoored. With nothing left for her in the village, she sets out to find the legendary tower her mother spoke of, a place called Gothel. There she discovers that magic is found not only in the realm of fairy tales and that dark world of secrets, ancient spells, and murderous nobles lies behind the world she has always known. I really like the character, the world that it's set up in. Helwise, or I think she's gonna be Mother Gothel in like the story, and is it Rapunzel? Yeah, it is Rapunzel. Yeah, so I like reading a bit of like this reimagining of her story, her origin story. It's really nice. It takes the pacing is quite slow at the very beginning. It's still a bit slow like even at like the main conflict, because I'm pretty sure I'm in the main conflict because I'm at like this part of the book now. Like it's taking its time to build up to how we end up with the Gothel, Mother Gothel that we know in the fairy tales. Really enjoying it thus far. Today, after cleaning, we're thinking of going to the library because I need some books to read for our holiday. Yeah, we're gonna stay near a lake for a week, I think. Yeah, I'll update you guys on how this reading's happening, and I'll take you with me later on to the library. So I think it's my first time going to the library anyway, on this, like, where I'm living right now. I'll update you on that in a minute. Right. It's covered in cat. There's cat fur everywhere, Ben.
There's nothing we can do about it. It unfortunately comes with the thing called a cat.
Yes. So we're back from the library and I did get, well, I borrowed a couple of books. We'll start with the first one, which is Stephen King. It's Carrie. I absolutely don't have any clue what it's about. I've never read a Stephen King novel before. I know that he writes horror and that's pretty much it. I just picked it up because funny enough, it was at the young adult section. Doubt this is young adult. Carrie White has a gift, the gift of telekinesis. To be invited to prom night by Tommy Ross is a dream come true for Carrie. The first step towards social acceptance by her high school colleagues. Don't we all, Carrie? But events will take a decidedly macabre turn on that horrifying and endless night as she is forced to exercise her terrible gift on a town that mocks and loathes her. It's first novel by Stephen King, 231 pages. So this would be a good read for our holiday. We're gone for a week, but again, it's with family, so I'm pretty sure I won't actually have the chance to read more than one book. So I'll read that by the end of July. And then I borrowed this one as well. I'm probably gonna try to read this weekend or maybe next week. The Testament of Loki by Joanne M. Harris. Ragnarok was the end of worlds. Asgard fell centuries ago and the odd gods have been defeated. Some are dead while the others have been consigned to eternal torment in the netherworld. Among them the legendary trickster Loki, a god who betrayed every side and still lost everything, who has lain forgotten as time passed and the world of humans moved on onto new beliefs, new idols and new deities. But now mankind dreams of the Norse gods once again. The river dream is but a stone's throw from their dark prison, and Loki is the first to escape into a new reality. Never really heard about this author or any of this book, but I think when I browse bookstores usually, I try to read at least the first paragraph, and I got really a bit kind of captivated by the way it was written. So it starts with, okay, stop, wind back. That's the authorized version. The Tourist Guide of Ragnarok. Bit much to take on all at once. So, because there's a bit of a spiel here about Asgard falling. And I just immediately that's interesting. So I'll try to read that next week. And then also I got book mail. I know where this is, what this is actually. It's not a surprise. This is A Tome of Endless Romance. It's a kind of role-playing adventure. It's filled with characters and NPCs that you can I think you can use them, either interact with them or date them depending on how you want to run your campaign. So I don't really play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons tabletop type of RPGs, but I'm guessing this type of book, it's kind of you have characters in it like this, and then you have their name, their background, what class they are, age, alignment, mood, personality, and it's kind of to supplement. So a dungeon master create maybe a one-shot or something like that, and then they can supplement characters and NPCs and romance characters with this book. I can't really review it the way I usually read and review books, but hopefully I can get to play with this book in a way. That sounds horrible, but to use this book in a one-shot, hopefully. Yeah, I have that. So, not really read anything today, but hopefully after dinner I'm gonna start reading or continue with the Book of Gothel, and I will give you just updates on how I find it. I don't really have any thoughts on where this video is going right now. It's just like a vlog, come with me to the library kind of thing. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. I went through a bit more of this book and I realized, yes, it's an RPG supplement, and the author, I can't pronounce their name. I'm not gonna try. Love is a great quest, dedicated to my wife, sure. It's all women. It's all women in here, like a lot of women. And I actually thought that there's gonna be at least, you know, variety of presentation. Like, I don't know, like now I don't want to play a one-shot with my friends about this, because it's all just women and nothing like, oh, but you know, I'm not, sadly I don't swing that way, babes, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks like it's well thought and kind of, they put a bit of effort, but it's just, I hope I'm not spoiling too much of this book, but yeah, no. Oh, and it does also say, like, this book contains mature themes. It's intended for adult players, so I don't know what to feel about this. To be honest with you, I am going to give it to my friend who is quite interested with this type of book, because they do run D&D sessions, and again, it's material, so why not? The next day, well actually it's 2 o'clock the next day. I woke up at like 9 o'clock, could not be bothered to film. I just kept reading, and I finally finished the Book of Gothel. Told you, as soon as I press record, the noise. Anyway, so I've finished the Book of Gothel. I would give it maybe 3.5, 4 stars, maybe a low 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's very prosy. It's almost shifting towards purple. It was a bit heartwarming at the very end. I gotta say, there was a lot of like bits of the adventure in this book that was just almost kind of like, really? Does it all have to happen to her? Like, you kind of get lost in like what the plot is by the middle of it. Like, which one is it then? Save the princess, save this, save that? Like, why is it always you have to save them? I really like the ending of it and the message that it's trying to give, which is like all about women empowerment and this and that. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't great. It wasn't charming great. It wasn't fun. It wasn't putting me on edge or keeping me at the edge of my seat or something like that. It wasn't suspenseful enough to be a 5-star. It wasn't fun enough to be a 5-star. It was good in its own right. It was poetic in its own way, but it's not a 5-star for me. That's Book of Gothel. But talking about retellings, I did listen to a novella by one of my favorite authors now. She's becoming one of my favorite authors of all time. Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. Well, I listened to Thornhedge by Kingfisher. T. Kingfisher. It was amazing. It is a retelling of, I think, Beauty and the Beast. It doesn't focus on the princess. It focuses on the frog and how important this frog's role is with the whole story of Beauty and the Beast. I would highly recommend you read it. It's a novella. It's on Audible. It's about maybe, how long is this actually? So it's 3 hours and 43 minutes on Audible. It's probably shorter, like maybe 150 pages or something like that. Novella. And it gives a really good twist on the retelling or the story of Beauty and the Beast, not Beauty and the Beast, of Sleeping Beauty. Was I saying Beauty and the Beast earlier? I would highly recommend reading it if you're looking for a fun, cozy, quite kind of cozy horror type of retelling. Highly recommend that. Yes, I was listening to that audiobook while I was tidying up in the house. I think I gave that a 5-star. It was really good. I think I'm in my retelling era right now, and I'm down for that. Honestly, I just realized how many retellings have I read. That's probably going to be a separate video. But yeah, I don't know what to read now. I think I'm going to go see if I have another T. Kingfisher book that I can read. But also, I think I'm going to have to film a TBR for next week, Tuesday. This vlog's probably going to be released weekend. So that TBR is going to come out before this vlog. I want you to enjoy this weekend with me. Let's see what I can read next, actually. That's the problem with being a mood reader. You can't really, like as soon as you finish a book, you're like, what next? But let's see what we have on our library, you know. Because I feel like I can't buy any more books. Honestly, I am broke. That's why we decided to go to the library yesterday. Oh yeah, we went to the library yesterday. Oh my god, that's me completely forgetting that I've actually picked up a book from the library to read for this weekend. Loki, we're gonna read that. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I guess we're reading this next. The Testament of Loki. I've already read what it's about earlier. So, ooh, how many pages is this? Do you think I can maybe finish this? Wait, how many books does this have? 1, 2, 3. Don't tell me I picked up a book that's like second of a trilogy or something. Oh god, I have to research now. Oh great. Of course. So, The Testament of Loki can be read alone or as part of a sequence of rune books, which include, though not necessarily in that order, rune marks, rune light, and the Gospel of Loki. You know what? Can I be bothered to start a series again? You know what? It says here, I'm gonna take that. It says here, you can read it alone. Oh my god! Are we done? You know what's so funny? We have a lot of seagulls here. I don't even live near a coast. Are you done? Anyway, so yeah, it says here, the Testament of Loki can be read alone or as part of a sequence of rune books. You know what? I can't be bothered to start a new series, but I already have this. Might as well. I'm just a bit annoyed because it's not the first book, but you know what? It's fine. As what the trusted Joanne Harris, which I believe is, yeah, joanneharris.co.uk website says, we can read Testament of Loki as a standalone or part of a series. So I don't want to go into another series without, it's just because I still have so many others that I have to read. But that's fine. We'll go through this because I don't want my library pick to go in vain. We'll go through this and then I'll update you in a minute, actually. I think I'll film my TBR. Well, yeah, I'll film my TBR and then I'll read Testament of Loki. I'll see you in a minute. Just finished filming a video. I'm currently editing it. And we're also cooking dinner. So please don't mind the background noise. But you're not the one editing it. Upon further thought, I've decided not to read the Testament of Loki. Just because I ended up looking on Goodreads and the reviews aren't that great anyway, and it is the second book of a series, so I'm not gonna waste my time. And instead, I am going to read A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. It is by Kingfisher. I've been reading a lot more Kingfisher recently, and I have fallen in love with their writing style and just overall stories. I think also, lucky enough, it's maybe free on Audible recently. I know I've just read Thornhedge, whatever. Yes, so I have it on Audible, and I think it's free on Audible just now.
This is Audible.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's free on Audible just now, and I have it physically here as well, so might as well read it. I think I might be able to finish it tomorrow though, just because it's already 6:30 in the evening. Yeah, I'll finish my editing, hopefully have this amazing dinner soon, because I'm hungry, and then read Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking. I only have 2 day shifts next week, so hopefully I can start reading some of my TBR, which is going to be one of the books that I've mentioned in a video that's going to be out before this video. So yeah, I'll update you with the progress in a minute. See you soon. Bye! So it's the following day. Sorry if I'm wearing the same clothes, but you know, it's a Sunday, so please forgive me. I have finished A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by Kingfisher, and I love it. I am so in love with her writing. It's just been an adventure, really. I just went through this real quick. I also had the audiobook as well. It was free on Audible at that time. I think I rate it. Sorry, Billy just decides to do everything while I'm filming. There he is. I think I've read, well, I'm counting it for this vlog, but I did listen to Thornhedge. Trying to remember how much I rated that. It is a novella. I think for me, it's honestly a very high 4 stars, maybe a 4.75 star. And I would say the same with A Wizard's Guide. I think it's actually, this one's maybe, let me think about it. The books I've read with this vlog is Gothel, well, the Book of Gothel. I was gonna give that a low 4 stars, but I might give it a 3.75 stars. Thornhedge is a 4.5 star, and this is 4.75 star. Not a full 5 star for me with this, just because I know Kingfisher has other writing styles that are gonna appeal to me more. Again, we're gonna ignore that seagull, honestly, all the damn time. I'll give you a spiel first about or the blurb of A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking is first. 14-year-old Mona isn't like the wizards charged with defending the city. She can't control lightning or speak to water. Her familiar is a sourdough starter, and her magic only works on bread. She has a comfortable life in her aunt's bakery, making gingerbread men dance. But Mona's life is turned upside down when she finds a dead body on the bakery floor. An assassin is stalking the streets of Mona City, preying on magic folk, and it appears that Mona is his next target. And in an embattled city, suddenly bereft of wizards, the assassin may be the least of Mona's worries. I think the reason why I'm not giving this a 5 star is just because all of this happens in like maybe a month. Like the span of the plot happens in a month, and I don't have enough time to attach myself to the characters. Like, I like Mona. I did love a specific character, and something happened to them that did make me cry, but there's not enough for me to form a proper bond with the actual characters. It's as soon as I record, they go crazy. Again, we're gonna ignore them. I'll put it on the screen how much I rate them. But for me, this was such a fun kind of weekend, just unwinding, reading more books, and I hopefully will do that next week as well. I only have 2 days of work next week, thank God, because I actually have a holiday book, so I am very excited for that. I will try to read as much as I can and film and vlog. But thank you so much for sticking around if you've made it to the end of this video, because it has been a very chaotic video. I actually didn't know how to start it because I was thinking, is it a vlog? We're going to a library. And then I thought, you know what, let's just keep filming and keep going on and on and on. So I hope you like it. I didn't clean this vlog though. I did clean, but I didn't show you I was cleaning. I did cook, but I didn't show you all of it. You made it to the end of the video. So if you have anything you want to say, just leave it in a comment down below. If you don't have anything to say, just leave an emoji. That helps so much with the algorithm. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye!